Awesome. Okay. Hello, everyone. Once again, thank you for being here. We would like to introduce and Connected OC representative Blair for an amazing workshop to an introduction of the OC mental health resources.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cindy. I'm excited to be with you all today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll get going. Let's see. Here we go. Let me go and make sure in presenter mode. All right. Cool. All right. Is everyone seeing my presentation? We good? Awesome. Okay, cool. So as the title suggests, we're here to talk about Orange County mental health resources, and hopefully I'm here to give you a little bit of an overview as to what you have access to if you live in Orange County or if you go to school in Orange County. Then hopefully this proves helpful. So without further ado, we'll get into it. I did have one question to start us off, just as kind of an icebreaker. I know this whole conference is centered around mental health, and one of the things that our organization does at Connectoc is we're really all about reducing stigma when it comes to mental health. So in the chat, can you put in how you personally reduce mental health stigma? You know, that could be with your friends, with your family, and at school. What are ways that you reduce stigma? Oh, I like these. So I'm seeing a lot of talking about it. Talk about it to my community. Open and honest conversations with friends and family. Being a safe space. Being unapologetic about my emotions. I love that. Having open conversations. Yeah. I think you all are hitting at the root of the issue, which so much of it is just people feel shamed into silence when it comes to their mental health a lot of times and don't want to open up about it. So I love that. Educating on mental wellness. Nice. Yes, mental wellness, not just disorders or illnesses. Amen. I think a lot of people too, when we think about mental health, is some people's minds go directly to, oh, mental illness. Not everyone has a mental illness, but everyone has mental health, and everyone's mental health goes through fluctuations. So the more that we are having these open conversations, the more that we're being vulnerable and honest about our emotions, the better off we all are, because, you know, we create a space of vulnerability where more people can share, and it's not taboo to ask for help. So my goal really with this presentation is to just kind of just take that one step further. So now that we all know that it's okay to, you know, talk about mental health, it's good. We need to reduce the stigma around it. Once we do that, well, how the heck do you find resources to help with your mental health and wellness? That's kind of what this presentation is going to be focused on. So that's awesome. If you guys want to keep dropping comments into the chat, I love it. But I'm going to keep going forward. So, okay, mental health resources, we know they're there, but where the heck do we start? So this is going to seem maybe like a cop-out answer. I'm assuming most of you are UCI students. I know that this conference is really open to anyone, which is so great. I love that you have it open to the community. But how many people have checked out the UCI Counseling Center? How many people have actually gone to their website at least? Yeah, even if you haven't maybe gone in person. Yep, seeing some reactions. That's good, because there are so many resources that this counseling center provides. I know a few of the therapists that work there, and they are wonderful people who really care about you and want to help you. The UCI Counseling Center focuses a lot on like short-term counseling services. And because they are a counseling, like a college counseling center, they're not necessarily equipped to deal with every single type of mental illness concern. You know, they are seeing a lot of students and have to make sure that their services are applicable to as many people as possible. However, they're really equipped. Say you come in with something that they can't treat, or they say, you know what, you might need like more of a long-term counseling approach for this, or you might need some help here. They can refer you out to other agencies in the community. Or for instance, if you're, you know, we're all doing school online right now and things like that. if you say you're out of the state of California, it's really hard. You know, you can't, if you were seeing a therapist in California, you might not be able to see them now in New York where you're living. So they're able to connect you with resources in your area or resources that aren't bound by like the state regulations that a lot of, you know, counselors and therapists have to work within. So they are equipped to provide you with resources. So they're a really wonderful place to check out. They also have amazing peer support programs. How many of you have heard of like the peer support programs through the counseling center at UCI? There are a lot of peer navigators and help. Yeah, I would hope so, because it's really awesome. And there's so many resources out too. I put the link to the website right there, and I'll go through as well at the end of this presentation and take you through some of the websites that I'm and the resources that I'm talking about, so you can familiarize yourself a little bit with them. But cannot endorse this enough. This is definitely like the first place you should check out if you're looking for mental health resources, because the counseling center really is there to help you. So the next one I'm going to talk about is my resource, the organization that I worked for, which is Connectoc. So on our website, we have all of this different information that is accessible to everyone here. So our goal really with our services is to service the transitional aged youth and young adult demographic within Orange County. What does that mean? That's a really long term. It means essentially we serve 16 to 24-year-olds and kind of like a little bit beyond those ages, but that's really the key group of people that we try and serve. So those times of transition in your life where you're transitioning out of high school into college and then transitioning out of college, because those times of transition can be really hard to navigate. And especially if we're talking about mental health resources, you're talking about, you know, things you might have had access to in high school. Well, now you don't have access to them anymore as a college student. So then what do you have access to as a college student? And then once you graduate, well, then what's available? So we kind of try and bridge those gaps. And a lot of the resources that we have here on our resource directory are things within the county that most of them are free. Some of them are fee-based services, but they have a lot of like sliding scale or low cost options for people. So we have a lot of that information on our website. And something else that we have as well is an events calendar. So maybe you're not looking for a therapy resource necessarily or something like that, but you want to know what mental health events are happening in the community that you could attend, maybe like a training or a seminar on something. So we have all of those events listed on our website. So you can find out where to register, how to attend, all those good things. And then you can also see some of the past events that we've put on loaded on there too. So I'll be sure to walk you all through that so you can see a little bit more about all that. OC Links. How many of you have heard of OC Links? Has anyone heard of this before? No one? Not really. This is an incredible resource that's unique to Orange County, but this is put on by the Orange County Healthcare Agency. And essentially it's a place where you can call if you have no clue where to go. Say you're like, I am really looking for a resource for, you know, a friend of mine who's struggling with OCD, and I have no clue where to get support for them. You can call OC Links, and they have trained navigators who can help you find resources in the community. So whether that's like county-based resources or other organizations within the county that offer services for someone with OCD, they'll be able to connect you, and they're trained to work with, you know, your insurance if you have that available, or if you don't, they can let you know what you have available to you, what low cost, no cost services are out there. They're incredibly helpful, and they're equipped to help people in multiple languages. So they work with all of the different threshold languages that we have here in Orange County. So on their website, I'll show you the full list of languages that they are equipped to support. But it's really awesome. So essentially, you know, if say your family member lives here and they don't speak English, OC Links is an amazing place to call because they have people who are trained to support in a bunch of different languages, which is really cool. All right, another Orange County Healthcare Agency resource, which is incredible, Community Counseling and Supportive Services. Everyone, this is free counseling. I know so many people, when we talk about mental health resources, so many people are like, I need therapy. Like, yes, self-care stuff is really great and it's helpful, but like I'm at the point where I need therapy. And here it is. It's for you. It's free. It is short-term based. So depending on what your needs are, you can go to a few sessions and they might determine that you need to be referred out to someone who can continue on with your therapy. But they are well equipped to help with any type of need that you might have. And they're also really equipped to deal with different diverse communities. So again, offering services in multiple languages. They're equipped to deal with the LGBTQ community as well. And they're here to help. And again, if you live in Orange County, if you go to school in Orange County, these are services that are available to you and are free. So definitely take advantage of it. I have the link down there below. It's kind of long, but if you go, just type in like OC Healthcare Agency, CCSS on Google, you can find it really easily too. Okay, CAT and PERT. So this isn't necessarily like it is a mental health resource, but this is one I always like to include in presentations because kind of what I've heard a lot recently is that people are afraid to call 911 if someone is dealing with a mental health crisis because, we've seen some things in the news where maybe it appears as though police officers aren't equipped to deal with mental health situations and crises and things like that. I want to assure you that if you do call 911 in Orange County, we have teams that are working with the police, that assist the police in understanding crisis situations and mental health crisis situations. And they also have a direct line as well, and I'll take you to their website. But we have these teams called the Crisis Assessment Teams and the Psychiatric Emergency Response Teams, or CAT PERT teams. And they are incredible. They work with law enforcement. They show them how they ride alongside them. The Psychiatric Emergency Response Team actually rides alongside police officers to assist when there is a call about a mental health situation or a crisis, or someone is potentially posing a threat either to themselves or others. So they're equipped to deal with these types of situations. So anytime you are calling 911, just know that this team is getting informed of the call as well, and they're able to assist and help with that situation. So just so you know that that's accessible and kind of to, give you some more confidence in reaching out to 911 or calling for help if someone is dealing with a mental health crisis. This is just another slide. Again, this is the phone number for that crisis assessment team, and also a different suicide prevention line. This is not the like typical suicide prevention line, but this is one that works in Orange County. And then I also want to call your attention to the Nami Warmline. How many of you have heard of the Nami Warmline? A few, yeah. So this is a really wonderful resource to call, because while it is non-crisis support, they are there to support you. So if you're just having a bad day and you have no one to talk to, you can call the Nami Warmline. You can text the Nami Warmline. They also have an online chat option. If you just type in Nami Warmline or OC Nami Warmline, the Orange County one is actually a different number, but they provide 24-hour support. So you could call in and say, hey, again, I'm struggling, or a family member of mine is struggling. I don't know how to support them. They have trained specialists to help you navigate through those situations, refer you to other resources, and just support you in general if you're going through something. So, and they also deal not only with mental health issues, but also if you're dealing with substance abuse issues and things like that, which if you've done any research on mental health and substance abuse, oftentimes those things go hand in hand. So it's a really amazing resource. Again, this is kind of the 800 number. There also is a unique Orange County line too for those who live in Orange County or go to school in Orange County. But they're definitely one to check out, and they're super helpful. Okay, so now I'm actually going to take you through the websites of all these different places that I just mentioned, so that you can get a little bit more familiar with these resources. So let me go here, move this bar. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off with the UCI Counseling Center. Again, hopefully many of you have already visited this, but they have all of these amazing resources. So just under their counseling and clinical services, there's workshops there, there's referrals, resource support, online mental health all at your fingertips right there. Outreach and prevention, upcoming events, different trainings, things like that. I'm going to go over to the peer support. So there's peer programs available to you. There's an LGBTQ mentoring program. There's a lot here that you have access to as a student at UCI, and it's all free to you as a student. So these are one of those things I feel like when I graduated from college, I look back and I was like, oh my gosh, there were so many things that I didn't take advantage of when I was in school that were free to me or accessible to me. This is definitely one you don't want to sleep on. It's a great, great resource. So it's just counseling.uci.edu, and they're really there to help. Again, I know personally some of the therapists that work for the counseling center, and they're awesome people. All right, I'm hopping over to the Orange County Healthcare Agency stuff, and I'll end with the Connectoc website. But this is the OC links page. So again, they have services in English, Arabic, Farsi, Korean, Spanish, and Vietnamese. So they cover a lot of different languages and can assist, I'm sure, with people who might need help with in other languages. They might be able to point you where to go if you have a family member or if you yourself need services in a different language. But for sure, those different ones, they have lots of resources and support for. So definitely one to reach out to if you're looking for more specific things that you're not sure where to turn, you're not sure where to get help. They, again, have those trained navigators who can help you find what you're looking for. And again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So pretty awesome. And then this is the community counseling and supportive services. So this recently merged with the OC Accept, which was a program that was specifically for the LGBTQ community. So again, these services are really well equipped to support people of diverse communities, including LGBTQ, deaf and hard of hearing, and then other underserved ethnic communities. So they're really here to help. They understand the different needs that all of us might be facing. And you can see their phone number right here. Here's their web address. And they serve children, transitional aged youth. So again, 16 to 24, adults, older adults, and it's all countywide. So it's a really awesome resource. Again, if you're looking for therapy or counseling resources that are free, this is a good place to start. And then here is the page for the CAT and PERT team as well. So again, if you're just looking for more information or you're curious about how they work with police, things like that, all of that is explained here. And again, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they serve all of these different languages as well, which is amazing. So definitely check them out. And then, all right, I'm going to end on the Connectoc website. So this is the website for the organization that I work for. So we have information here on all of our different programs. We actually have a tool that will help you, find help depending on what you're looking for, what needs you have. You can just click through that, and it's a tool that'll sort through all the different resources that we have listed on our directory. And again, it's really our goal as an organization is really to amplify the voices of transitional aged youth so that they have a voice in the mental health services within Orange County. So if you're passionate about mental health, I assume many of you are since you're here today, please join us in our efforts. We want to hear from you. We want to amplify your voice, and we want to make sure that the services that are provided in Orange County are ones that actually serve you and serve your needs. So please join us. Again, we have a coalition meeting that happens on the last Friday of every month from 10 a.m. to 11:30. So if you're interested in joining those coalition meetings, you can reach out to us on our contact form over here. And I'll also provide my email at the end of the presentation, but we'd love to hear from you and get you plugged in and involved in different things that we have going on. So this is our events page. So we actually have like a full-on calendar. Look, Reclaim Mental Health Conference. We have that on our website as well. So we have all of these different upcoming events and things that are happening. And of course, this is May, so it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So there's a ton of stuff going on. But essentially, you can come to our website, pick the month Typically, we update it kind of as the month's beginning because we'll get flyers from different agencies based on what programming they have for that specific month. But you can come to the page and then click on any of these, events if you're interested, and get more information on how to register, who's hosting them, what they're all about. So I'm going to take you through, since we have a lot of things coming up on the 18th, this next Tuesday. I'm just going to take you through a couple of upcoming events so you can see just like a slight selection of things that we have to offer. So this is a job fair, which you might be thinking, okay, how does your job affect your mental health? Well, I think we can all agree that our jobs affect our mental health. And if we don't have one and we need one, that can affect our mental health. So we try and include things that, yes, are mental health focused. Maybe they're tangentially mental health focused or slightly related, but they're all things that impact our mental health. So we have these resources on here as well. So this is actually a youth job fair that's coming up for 15 to 24-year-olds at the outlets in San Clemente. So that's coming up on Tuesday. Another event, Nami Orange County. Everyone, Nami Orange County is just crushing it with mental health related events, especially for this age group of transitional aged youth and young adults. And they had, during Mental Health Awareness Month, they have all of these skill building workshops. And the one that's coming up on the 18th is authenticity online. So how to positively market yourself and grow your social media presence, but mental health's kind of woven into that as well. They also have these happy hour events every other Friday. So the last one that was just on this yesterday was like a yoga and meditation one. So they're really fun ways to get involved in mental health, but also do something fun, and they're great. So that's also coming up on Tuesday. One more thing, our partners at MECA, which is the Multi-Ethnic Collaborative of Community Agencies, they're having a peer support advocacy forum. So again, if you're really passionate and vocal about mental health and want to get plugged into other youth or young adults in the community who are passionate about this, you should definitely attend this event, because they're going to have other peers within your age group who are talking about mental health issues, what they really want to see in Orange County in terms of mental health support. And yeah, so that's just a slight snapshot, literally just of one day of programs that we have, not that we personally are putting on, but things that we are featuring on our website. So come back to our website, check us out, because there's always things that are getting updated. And then here's a page where you can also visit our past events page, which is a drop down on our events page right there. But we have, Instagram lives that we throw up here. We have past forums that we've done. So a suicide prevention one, student athletes and mental health. Anyone know Ritu Sharma, who also assisted in putting on this conference today? She hosted an Instagram live for us, which is awesome. And just, yeah, various different things that we've had. Also, shout out to Dr. Yasa, who's a UCI professor as well, who came out to a conference that we threw on December and did a presentation for us, which is super great. But yeah, we're always adding to this page, so check out things that we have here as well. So I'm going to go back to this guy and present again. Let's go. Yes. All right. So I have a survey link, actually. So if you all wouldn't mind helping me in participating in this survey, I'm actually going to be giving a $15 Amazon gift card to one winner who fills out the survey. So I'll drop that link in the chat just now, but I'll throw up this slide too. So that's my email right here, bveraza@p4w.org. If anyone has any questions at all related to anything that I shared today, I'd be happy to share the slides to this presentation as well, just because there are, a lot of different phone numbers and links and things like that. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat or also email them directly to me. I'd be happy to assist you in getting connected to any support, things like that. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen and then get you the link to this survey. Let's see. Yes, let's see. All right. Here we go. Okay, are there specific mental health resources for the homeless population in Orange County? There definitely are. Top of mind, I don't know of many that I can just like rattle off to you right now, but I'd be happy to investigate that for you. Because I know I work with a couple of organizations that do homeless outreach and assist with that community. So they'd be able to assist me in finding more resources. So yeah, Chloe, if you wanted to reach out to me via email too, again, I'll drop my email in the chat. I can email you back with some of those resources. And again, I dropped the link to the survey in the chat. So if you could all help me in filling that out, it really helps our organization a lot. I will be awarding an Amazon gift card to one of the winners or one of the people who does that. So yeah. Are there any other questions? Feel free to unmute yourselves and ask as well if you're feeling comfortable.
Hi, I actually just, for some reason, my computer glitched and like kicked me out of the Zoom and I just rejoined. Is it okay if you resend in the survey link, please?
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. Awesome. Well, if there are no questions, that was essentially all I had for you all today. Thanks so much for being here, for listening. I hope this was helpful. And again, I would be more than happy to share those slides. So if you, you can also email me to ask, or I can send them on to Ritu, and you know, if she could send them out as well, that would be great. So thanks everyone.
Thank you so much for coming and presenting for us. I did want to remind everyone that this is just the first day of our conference, but yeah, we are ending the first day. And y'all can come back tomorrow and join us. We are also raffling gift cards, I believe. So you can look forward to that too. And yeah, thank you so much again, Blair, for your time.
Of course. Thanks everyone.